Scrubs. Welcome to another episode of Joe's Corner. I'm your host, Joe. This is my corner. Yeah, it's another episode. Yeah, it's crazy. So I heard that some people wanted to, have my Flute burn deck list. So I figured I'd make like a quick deck profile to kind of go through why it's good, why to play it, what it does, why I chose some of the cards that I chose. And that's pretty much it. So, why play Flute Burn? Because Flute is a cute little girl, and she's a dragon, shrine maiden, and she's pretty cool. And she draws cards though. That's the actual reason. But the first reason is the more important reason. So when I was looking at the new cards coming out, I pretty much, Flute's very interesting. She looks cool. She has a cool mechanic. But I was looking at all the seals, and I wanted to basically play fire seals, and I wanted to hit people for 700 damage using Crimson Sanction, and I wanted to burn them and then get some more burn on them, and so that was the idea of the deck. So in order to do a burn deck, I wanted to make a good burn deck. And the issue, one of the main issues burn has is that you run out of burn spells fairly quickly. And that's how Flute helps. Because she replenishes your hand, once a turn you're drawing an extra card. It's pretty good. That's an extra burn spell, possibly every turn, So, the key to Flute is the Water Dragon. Because it lets Flute, she doesn't have to worry about calling stones, she can just start drawing you cards. And Flute's Water Dragon can call the stones for you. And he's, it's good. That's basically the idea of the deck. I guess I'll just get into the deck list and go through kind of what my ideas are on some of the cards and why I play them. Walking you through that will probably be more useful. So first of all, I'm going to go through all the burn that we have, which isn't a whole lot, honestly. We got 4 Lightning Strikes, 4 Red Riding Hoods, who isn't really burned, but she does damage. She gets out once her seal's online, and she has Flying and Swiftness, so she's like a 1 mana 4 damage burn spell that sticks on the field, kind of. You got 4 Crimson Sanctions, which is 700 damage once it's online. And 2 Memoria to Memorias, which is the other 500 damage. It's basically a lightning strike, honestly, with a little bit more wiggle room, but it's also not quick cast. So those are your burn spells. You want to be, hitting your opponent's face with those pretty much all the time. Then we've got the people who, we have the new Nyarlathotep card. Nyar. We have 4 of those. Basically, she facilitates your seal spells, gets them online faster. It lets your Crimson Sanctions actually do 7 damage before they're supposed to. Yeah. Got 4 Flute's Water Dragon. This is really the crux of any Flute deck. If you don't have these, then you shouldn't be playing Flute, because basically, I try and think of Flute's Water Dragon as like a 1 mana cantrip spell, because you'll always be able to call a stone. You can play her, hold priority, and then call a stone on your turn, and then that lets Flute, draw you a card. And if the opponent, kills it, then they wasted a removal spell on a 1/4, blue guy. The Water Dragon's already kind of done what it needs to do. If it baits out more removal, then that's great. If not, then if he lives, you have another turn where you're just drawn with Flute. Once you get around 3 to 5 mana, you don't really care about Flute's Water Dragon anymore, because at this point the mana curve of the deck is so low. It's basically got 1 and 2 cost cards that Flute should just probably be drawing every turn anyways after that, if you get there. We have 4 Truth of Times. This is just kind of another 1 mana cantrip spell. Draws you a card. I like it because once you deactivate with Flute, you can draw 2 cards, and it's honestly not bad. 4 rainbow apples. This is kind of some board clear that I wanted to add in just in case you're, facing a Thief Seeing or something that floods the field, something like that. It's really helpful with Red Riding Hood, obviously. It's a good one. You have 3 Flames of Nyar. This is basically, think of it as like a kind of a dark ritual. It generates you 2 red mana, which you can use to play more burn, basically ramping up, generating mana to play all the red spells that you need. You have 3 bear magic. This is kind of the oh crap, they played Gwyber and I need to kill it. That's most of where the removal comes from. If you're having trouble with something, just bear magic it, and almost every burn spell in here can kill a bear. You have the 2 Memory, 2 Memoria that I mentioned. That's basically burn. 2 Prokaryotic Beings. These guys are basically like your plan B. After you burn them, they're gonna be pretty big. You can give them flying first strike for they're only 2 costs with low mana. They're pretty good. And finally, you have 2 Blazing Castle Refarths. This is basically a enchantment seal card or an addition seal card, where you tap it and deal 500 damage to one of your opponent's Jade Resonators, I believe. Maybe Resonators. But this is nice because it gets online pretty quick if you have Nyar. If not, it's a Seal 7, which means you'll probably never get to use it. But I like it because, you can actually take down some of the 1,000 to 1,500 defense Resonators. Because, you can double tap Refarth at the beginning of your turn for 1,000 damage, and then if you need to lightning strike it or something, then that's nice. That's pretty much the deck list, why I put some of the cards in. Basically, that's kind of the idea, Flute actually does a pretty decent job of replenishing your hand. If you can get the Truth of Time working, then, all of a sudden, you're drawing, 3 to 4 cards, a turn. That's decent. I'm thinking maybe it's not as fast as I would have hoped. It's a little bit slower, but I think maybe adding, I've been thinking of adding some Flame Strikes and stuff just to get some more damage. Maybe other burn spells. I don't think there's any other really good 1 mana burn spells is the issue. There's 2 mana Blood Boil, which might come in handy, and I might. But right now I think it's pretty good. It really does really well with the seals that you can unlock with Nyar. And I like it. It's a lot of fun to play. It's a lot of fun to play Flute. Being able to draw a card and have that consistent draw power is surprisingly helpful. Anyways, this is my cheat sheet. Talking points. And that's pretty much it. This is our YouTube channel. Come check it out. We have a Discord. That's pretty cool. Where other people are kind of active on it. I'm not as active on it, but I'm trying to get back into the channel, doing stuff. Anyways, thanks for watching.